Chapman here.
Hi guys.
Start with your questions.
Smith Patel from Quick Buzz. Terrific knockout there under pressure. How satisfying is it to finish games like these, batting in the middle order? And does it also sort of resonate to your role in New Zealand cricket as well?
Yeah, I mean, when you bat in the middle, you have to pride yourself on taking games deep and finishing games off. And I was glad today it worked out. Doesn't work out all the time, but yeah, I guess also from a tournament perspective, when you're in tournament play, it's the close games that you need to get over the line that makes the difference. At the end of the round robin.
What sort of gears did you sort of change through right from ball one to till the end? And if you could take us through your game plan against many of your countrymen like Michael Greswell, Trent Bolt, what was the game plan like, and how did you shift gears?
Yeah, obviously at the start there, I was batting with Mitch Owens, so really it's about giving him the strike. He's a tremendous ball striker, and then it's just about assessing as you go. I thought Jack Edwards batted beautifully as well. Unfortunately, run out today, and then we just lost wickets through the middle. So, you just have to assess like how hard you go and who you go against. I guess they used their resources early, so it sort of bought us a couple of overs at the end. Had to bolt Polly in that last over there. So yeah.
What's it like for you to play with? Sorry. What's it like for you to play with Rachin Ravinder? He's your fellow countryman, and you guys chat a lot and talk and share ideas.
Yeah, Rachin's is a good friend. He's an amazingly talented cricketer. He's really come into his own the last couple of years. I think everyone's seen it at tournaments, at world events, just the class that he is. And, I guess it's a treat for fans here in America to get to see him in person and get to see him do his thing here.
Neil, with what you were saying, firstly, congratulations on your innings. You took your time and you stayed till the end. But I want to ask you a little bit about Mitch Owens' inning. 60 runs, 26 balls, 5 fours and 5 sixes. What was it like? Can you give a brief about that innings and what can you see?
Yeah, I mean, he's done it throughout this tournament. He's set the tone in the power play. Today he sort of took it a little bit longer. He's got immense power. Not many guys in world cricket can hit a cricket ball like he can. I think they had long on back today, but he's still happy to take it on into the wind. And it just gives you so much confidence when you're in the middle, when you start like that. I think today the power play was key with both innings. When that ball was a little bit harder, it sort of seemed like it was coming on a little bit nicer. So thankfully Mitch was able to get it through a few out of the middle today.
Hey, Hunter, it's the Definitely Scoring Drive podcast. Firstly, congrats on the win and great innings. You had a lot of different partners throughout the innings because the wickets kept falling and you were a little unlucky. What do you tell your partners as they're coming in and you're going to chase and you're playing the long game this today?
Yeah, I guess it's a really simple message. It's play a good cricket shot and watch the ball. It's always hard at the start of your innings to find a way to get in. Particularly when you're facing a world class bowler like Trent Bolt, who's at the top of his game. So it's about getting a clear head. Getting and watching the ball as hard as you can.
Obviously, yesterday we saw a 200-run chase in quick succession. What was the message from the dugout prior to the game when you guys were going first, and also after the first innings when you guys were going to chase?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully Maxi won the toss. I think the theme here has been chasing is your preference if you've got the choice. But I guess it was a U surface, the same surface as yesterday, so probably a fraction slower. But yeah, I mean, I guess for us it's just about assessing the conditions. Thankfully we get to have a look, but obviously the bowlers have to do the job up front. And I think today we pulled them back really nicely after they had a really good start, and to keep them under 200 was outstanding. And then thankfully we were able to chase it.
Jason Gupta from the Square Drive podcast. So Freedoms have had a very explosive power play start all the games this season, including the record historical 90 against the Orcas, even when they are losing wickets. Is that a deliberate strategy to go hard at the power play?
Yeah, I think particularly here, the conditions are slightly more favourable when the ball's a little bit newer and a little bit harder. So I think it's just trying to maximise that. And obviously the dimensions here a little bit bigger than the Coliseum. So so taking on, when there's two fielders out and maximising those 6 overs is really key.
So as an attacking batsman, how do you like the ground overall and then the pitch here and playing your game as?
Yeah, it's great. First time here in Dallas, and it's a really nice cricket ground. I've watched a little bit of the highlights on YouTube from last year, and obviously there's been some really good crowds too. So it's good to see the locals turn out and watch some quality cricket.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.